जी आयज ज्यो ह्या भुरग्यांचेर रेप जाल्ल्यो तेका गव्हर्मेंटान जो कल्प्रीट कोण आसले तेका धरले बालोर. पूण हे रेप करून धरून भुरग्यांचे कितें जालें? आयज ह्या भुरग्यांचो फ्युचर स्ट्रिक्टली सारको हेजेर फॉर्म आसपा जावो. कित्याक हांव जाणा जे भायले कोण येवन आयज जरी तर हिंगा रेप करता तांकां दिसता आसतले जे गोंयचे आमचे गांवची गोंयकारां सुसेगाद, हो आमी कांयच करचो ना. जे कोण भुरगे रेप करता त्या भुरग्यांक देखून अशें दिसता आसतले ना थोड्या दिसांनी आमी सुणटले, आमकां थोडीशी हास्त पडटली. पूण हे भाशेन चिंतलेले मनशाक हेजेर म्हणटा तो स्ट्रिक्टली म्हणटा ती सारकी एक ऑर्डर म्हणटा ती सारकी हें आसपा जाय. कित्याक जरी तर गव्हर्मेंट स्ट्रिक्ट जायना, जो पुलीस जरी सारको तो स्ट्रिक्टली सामके हेजेर हें करना जाल्यार कोणाची कोणाकूय भिरांत आसची ना. परतून हांव एक रिपीट करता, जो गव्हर्मेंट सारको तेजेर तर स्ट्रिक्ट ना जाल्यार दुसरे मनीस गव्हर्मेंटाक लायटली घेतले. हो जे पुलिसांक देखून हांवें गेले ते फावटी सांगले म्हणलेलें, कित्याक गेले ते फावटी बाणावले एमएलएन आमचो बाब चेचल आलेवन तेणे हेजेर केसीचेर हांवूय तेजे बरोबर आसलो तेन्ना तेणे पुलिसांक हाडून सारके स्ट्रिक्टली ऑर्डर दिल्ली. बाबा हे भुरग्यांक जे कोण रेप केला ते भुरग्यांक धरूंक जाय आनी तांकां म्हणटा ती सारकी फास्ट अशी लागपा जाय. सो लायफान हे मनीस सफर जावपा जाय, नाजाल्यार एक एकल्या मनशाक कितें हें दिसता फकाण जाता. आनी हे पुलीस डेटर ही पयली जाल्यार हेजेर दिसता कितल्यो केस्यो ह्यो पेंडींग, इतल्यो केस्यो आहाय. आनी ही आमी आयज डिटेल काडल्या ती रेपाची, ही म्हाका 2017 टू टील डेट 1000 अशें दाखयता एज ए पुलीस डेटा. आमी गोवा हे खंयचे हेजेर वता ते म्हाका कांय समजना. ताका लागून आमी हेजेर कसलेंय पावल मारूं जाय आनी आमच्या भुरग्यांक सेफ म्हणटा ते दवरूं जाय. हांव जाणा एक सुप्रीम कोर्टाची ऑर्डर आहा स्ट्रिक्टली सारके तेजेर आनी तें तर हेजेर जजमेंट तर तें वाचलें जाल्यार म्हाका दिसना ही फॉरेन जे गव्हर्मेंटान म्हणटा तें स्ट्रिक्टली हेजेर हें पावल मारूं जाय. हांवें गेले ते फावटी जो कोणाक खून जाल्लो तेन्ना ही पुलिशेक एप्रिशिएट केल्ले. आतांय देखून हे फावटी जे रेपिस्ट कोण आसले ताका धरले. हांव तेंचेरूय पुलिसांचे कांयच उलयना, पूण हांव उलयता हे भाशेन जावपाक दिता कशें आनी जाता कशें आनी हेचेर जबाबदारी कोण? वो हेचेर कितें सारकी भिरांत कित्याक ना हे आयज आमकां प्रश्न पडला. आनी थोडे देखून आमी एक स्टेटमेंट हांवें आयकलो, भोंवनाका चेडवान भोंवप ना, सुबेज भोंवप ना, म्हणजे हें दाखयता गोवा इज नॉट सेफ. भोंवनाका म्हणजे गोवा इज नॉट सेफ. कितें चल्लां हें गोंयचें आनी हें गोंय खूंय वता आमी. लास्टा एक फावटी लोक उठ्ठलो आनी लोकांनी उठचें पडटलें. हांव ही शिटकावणी हांव गव्हर्मेंटाक कोणाकूय दिना, पूण एक टायम असो पावतलो हें जावपाक दिनाका. पुलीस खातें, जे पुलीस आमचे डिपार्टमेंट, जो आमचो गव्हर्मेंट हेजेर एक म्हणटा ते स्ट्रिक्टली सारकी एक हे आसूंक जाय आनी पनिशमेंट म्हणटा ते पडोंक जाय. हे जो कोण रेप कोत्ता हे भुरगे तेका कशेंच सुटका आसूंक जायना. हांव म्हणटा लोक कायदे आहा पूण हे कायदे म्हणटा ते सारके स्ट्रिक्टली एक ऑर्डर हेजेर वचपाक जाय. ताका लागून आमी नॅशनलिस्ट काँग्रेस पार्टी आमी मागता सी इनाफ इज इनाफ. पुरो ज्या भुरग्यांक हे भाशेन भुरग्यांचेर एक रेप जाता आनी प्रॉब्लेम जाता ती एक आमची बंद जावपाक जाय हें आमचें मागणें. ताका लागून आमी मागता गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन की तें तर सारकें करून वो कहलें तर पाऊल सारखे मारून यो जे भुरगे कोणूय असले कावच करपाक कोत्ता हे चिंतून तर हे भायर मुखार वयता तेचेर म्हणटा ती ताका म्हणटा ती सारकी भिरांत उरपा जाय असले गव्हर्मेंटान एक पावल मारून आनी स्ट्रिक्टली सारखे म्हणटा तेजेर हें आसपा जाय हांव मागता बाब अविनाश भोसले
तुमकां कितें म्हणपाचें भारतान कायदे वीक आसा काय पॉलिटिकल इंटरफियरन्स लागून प्रोटेक्शन मेळटा
भारतान कायदे वीक आसा तुम्ही जाता तुमकां तर दिसता हे कायदे चेंज करपाचे गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन आहा हे गव्हर्मेंटाक जर दिसता वो पुलीस खात्या अशें दिसता जाल्यार जे कोण भिवपाचे अशें आहा ते कायदे हाडूंकूच जाय कित्याक हांव कितें म्हणटा हे भाशेन तर आयज त्या घरान जालें हाल्यार दुसऱ्या घरान जावपा जायना आनी ह्या भुरग्यांक म्हणटा ती भिरांत ना ही भिरांत पडपा जाय ही भिरांत केन्ना पडटली अरे बाबा आपण ते केलें काय ना आपणाक हे भाशेन प्रॉब्लेम जातलो ही भिरांत उरपा जाय पूण म्हाका अशें दिसता आयज भिरांत ना कशें दाखयता न्हू
बाणावलेचे केसीन एक गव्हर्मेंट सर्वंटूच आसा आनी ताका प्रोटेक्ट करपाक एक मंत्री कोणाक तरी फोन करतालो पुलिसेक अशें इंटरफियरन्स जाता तेन्ना तुमी कितें म्हणटा
सी हांवें ते आयज सेशन आमी असेंब्लीन पळयल्लें हांवें आयकलोलें पण हांव तेंच म्हणटा गेले ते पावटी जे मर्डराचे शूट आउट जाल्ले तेजेर हांवें म्हणलोलें प्लीज जेन्ना गव्हर्मेंट ओ हुंयच्याय मनीस ओ हुंयच्याय पॉलिटिशियन्स असल्या हितून तर इंटरफियर जाता जाल्यार पुलिसांचे हात बांदून उरता इंटरफियरन्स आसूं जायना अरे ते सर्टन वस्तू सर्टन काम अरे पुलिसां कडेन दिया सोडा पुलिसांक इवन केन्ना आमी देखून केन्ना मिनिस्टर आसले आय विल नॉट इवन इंटरफियर इन द पुलीस स्टेशन दॅट इज अ रिकॉर्ड यू कॅन गो अँड चेक आमी जेन्ना मिनिस्टर आसले विथ सर्टन वस्तू रेप मर्डर हेजेर आमी कोणाचो मर्डर केली आमी इंटरफियर जायना आसले अरे प्लीज आमच्या भुरग्यांक सेफ उरची आमची गोंयची भुरग्यां चेडवां म्हणजे एक भायर भोंवपा अशी भिरांतेन नासतली अशी भोंवपा जाय पयलीं गोवा म्हणजे कितें रातचे 12 एकाक देखून भोंवतालीं भुरगीं आयज खूंय पावलां आनी हे पावपाची जबाबदारी कोण हे पयलें इम्पॉर्टंट सारकें ताका लागून आमी हेच कायदे चेंज करपाची गरज आहा जाल्यार प्लीज कायदे चेंज करा and then strictly सारखे एक हेजेर हे पाऊल मारा
Thank you. Recently, we had called upon His Excellency, the Governor of Goa, and along with my President, he led us, the delegation. It was a courtesy visit upon His Excellency, the Governor of Goa. In that, with audience with the Governor, we had raised the issue of law and order. As President has rightly said in detail about increase in crime and more so the very heinous crime like daylight assault with almost half a murder case, shootout, rape, abatement for a suicide, triple suicide which took place in Vasco. The innocent, now recent development, the 4 culprits raped 2 minor girls at Banavali in a public place. Now I would like to question, because at that point of time, the governor told us that he called upon the DGP and IGP had called upon him that the law and order situation is not there, it's all is well in Goa, and the government is functioning absolutely in the right way. That was a contention of His Excellency. At that point of time, we had told the governor that this is just a courtesy visit, and we will be coming to you with a memorandum, with a detailed memorandum. How there is absolute mismanagement of this government. Government has failed in its administration. Even their own decision, whatever they are taking, they can't implement. They have mismanaged the COVID situation in such a way. Now they should expose. There are a couple of, these are also the murder. the death of COVID patient, they have not died because of the COVID pandemic, but they have died because the facilities was not extended. There's a carelessness, there was negligence, there was absolute mismanagement during COVID. We had a very short visit and we had apprised government of the situation, governor. And at that point of time, we said, we are going to give a detailed memorandum on the various grievances on Goan front. Now, whatever stand which had taken is vindicated today by the incident, the heinous crime which subsequently happened now at Kola Banavale beach. And worse so, what is the conduct of the government? This issue was raised in the House, this issue was also raised in the social media, this issue was also raised in the print and electronic media too. And there have been reports, as been rightly said, there's an interference of some VIP. Now the House wanted to know who is that VIP. But the government did not give any answer to that effect. So the government is trying to shield that VIP by making such statements or shielding. A doubt has been raised on the entire cabinet, entire ministry, that these people are protecting, these people are sheltering the heinous crime perpetrator, like the rape of minors. There has been a famous judgment, you must be all knowing of 2019 Nirbhaya episode, where a minor girl was raped by multiple people in a running bus. And the eyes of the legal luminaries, all the judiciary administration woke up, and there were corrections were made, amendments came to the Criminal Procedure Code. And extra powers were given. The law has taken a stern action. The directives were given not only by the central government to all the state government in Union Territory, all the police stations, how they should conduct themselves during such a case. They cannot make an issue of a jurisdiction. It has not come into my jurisdiction. It is jurisdiction. They cannot make a complaint and dance from one police station to another police station. When it is a rape, there has to be a police officer who is a lady police officer has to take a charge. And there are various directions, but in Goa, unfortunately, instead of implementing the directives which have been given by the Supreme Court in its judgment, here you find the government itself, the very, very important person from the government, is trying to protect another government servant who happens to be a perpetrator of this heinous crime. There have been reports. So government should come clean on this. Government should tell us. Government has to assure each and every female, each and every woman, each and every child, even a child on the street, they say you are safe on the road. The very objectionable, highly objectionable statement of our Honorable Chief Minister of Goa is highly objectionable. He says he puts the onus on the parents. If you go by the word-to-word statement of the Chief Minister, the girls should not venture out during night time. There is a curfew. What is the meaning of curfew? Are you strictly implementing curfew? Who has to monitor curfew? Who has to see? Is the parents has to go on the beaches and implement a curfew? If there is a curfew, if there is a violation of a curfew by somebody, what your authorities are doing? Why did these people were not intercepted and taken in custody if they were enjoying at beach at midway at the night time? Where was the police administration? So it is obviously the duty of the police authorities, it is the obviously duties of the government also to secure the safety of the women and also the child. On the top, he is trying to blame the parents. Another minister says somebody phones up the police station asking them to take care of the culprits. So what message this government wants to give? The message is loud and clear. The women of Goa, the children of Goa are not safe. If the government cannot protect the women, the children, the government has got no right. We demand the immediate resignation of the Home Minister, who happens to be Chief Minister. On this sheer ground, on the contrary, he has guts to make a statement. It's the parent who has to take the charge of the kids. They should not allow them to go on the beach. There have been statements, earlier ministers, some of the colleagues of his same BJP-led government, you should not go to the beaches. When you speak, you should go for a swim beaches. When you go for a bath, you should have a bath in saris. You are not supposed to go on the beaches on a bikini. A woman, when he goes to the beaches, or anybody, even a male, when he goes to beaches for a swim, nobody goes with a pant and shirt and goes into the water. Now, isn't it the duty of if somebody goes on a bikini on the beach, it is something illegal? Is it not permissible? So instead of implementing or administrating the day-to-day affairs, creating a safety walls. So if that is the case, why do they have a guards at the beach? What are their jobs? So why do we have a police machinery? What are they doing night patrolling? So there's a million questions have been raised by the conduct of the government. So I am, on behalf of NCP and all colleagues, we want an answer from the government. Government has evaded the answer cunningly, and they are trying to shelter such rogues, such crime perpetrators, and that's why this government needs to be dislodged. With immediate, government needs to be dislodged. Because they ran away from even from the house. Even the opposition had to, because now number of bills which have been passed, without having a discussion, without having a debate, is that a conduct of a government? Are you taking? And that too, in the interest of Goa? See the number of bills. See the amendment which have been carried out. These are sheer by a majority. If the majority is a will, God save Goa. That is what we could say so. The other day, there is one minister making a statement on his own violation. Because Goa is a tourist place, Goa is going to be now shortly opening up for a tourism. Already tourists have flooded in Goa because the borders are made open. And the small hoteliers who are running businesses in the beach side, who are having 10 rooms, their rent was 600 rupees. Or now it has been enhanced to 4,000, isn't it? On the beach side, the lodgings. Now, the hoteliers, the businessmen in the tourism have already crushed by COVID pandemic. On the top, you are adding insult to their injury. Instead of giving a soap, some benefits, some to them, some electricity rebate or tax rebate, some soap to them so that they could really come up with a business after a 2 years' time. On the contrary, you have enhanced electricity, you have enhanced water bill. Now you are also enhancing the bill, your taxes on this tourism activity. Now the minister themselves doesn't know what they are doing. There is another minister who is a sports minister. He made a statement, I am going to give the stadium to private parties. So again he wants to have some dance activity or that what you call the beaches famous you hold on the beaches. Sunburn and all on the stadium. And now he makes a statement, if people don't want, I don't want to do it. So where is that? So it speaks a lot about the administration. There is no control of this government in the administration. An evident case is of law and order situation, the mismanagement in all the field. So we request, and we would definitely like to call upon His Excellency Governor to intervene and give a proper direction to this government to conduct itself within the ambits of the Constitution. This is what we would like to demand. Sanjay, would you like to say something?
Yes. Yes, good evening. फाटल्या दिसांनी जेन्ना इलेक्शन बीजेपीचे जेन्ना आसले आमी सगळ्यांनी समोरा गेल्ले तेन्ना आमचे माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्यानूच म्हटलेले आपल्या सरकारान असो मनीस ऑपोजिशन उलयतालो असो मनीस उपकारना बलात्कारी मनीस उपकारना चमत्कारी मनीस उपकारना म्हणून पूण हे गोंयचे जनतेक खबर आसा कितें चालू आसा ते एक महत्वाचो भाग म्हणजे कालूच तेंच्यांनी एक बिल पास करून घेतले आणि 30 वर्सां जी कोणाचे हांगा रहिवासी आसा घराक ते कोणी एप्लिकेशनां केल्ली तेंची घरां तेंच्यांनी रेग्युलर करपाची म्हणून पूण एक आमकां एक डावट दिसता आनी एक विचारूनशें करता हांव, जेन्ना आमी ओबीसी सर्टिफिकेट जेन्ना एप्लाय करता तेन्ना आमचे गोंयचे भुमिपुत्र गोंयांत जे जल्मलेले भुरगे जे आसा तेंचे जाणटे पणजे जर गोंयांत जर कोण आसा 1968चे तेंच्यांनी जर ओबीसी सर्टिफिकेट जर मागली जाल्यार 1968चे पयलीं जर गोंयांत जर कोण आसा तेकाच सर्टिफिकेट इश्यू जातले म्हणून. आमी हे भुमिपुत्र आमी जर सर्टिफिकेट जर आतां जर जल्मले भायल्या लोकांक जर तुमी हाडून घरा जर दिता हेतून आमचें कितें जालां की आतां 20 वर्सां पयलीं जे कोणी घरां बांदलेले भायल्या लोकांनी बांदल्या नॉन गोंयकारांनी तेंचे घरां बांदल्या तांकां कमिटमेंट केल्लें गोव्हर्मेंटान की 20 वर्सां कोणाची घरां बांदलेली आहा तांकांच आमी दितले. आतां तूं 30 वर्सांचेर पावलो म्हणजे बीजेपीचे सरकाराचे सद्याची परिस्थिती अशी जाल्लेली आसा. इलेक्शन लागीं पावला वयता वयता तेंच्यांनी आयज ते गुलाब जामून कशे दाखयल्यात त्या प्रमाणे तेंच्यांनी गुलाब जामून तोंडा समोर दवरल्या की आमी आयज केल्लेली कर्मां ही सगळी विसरपाची, ही घरां जी कोणी इलिगल बांदलेली आसा तांकां रेग्युलरायज करपाची. आनी भुमिपुत्र जे म्हणटा न्ही भुमिपुत्र कोण आमी आजे पणजे जे गोंयान जे आसा पोर्तुगीज टायमा पासून गोंयान जे आसा हे भुमिपुत्र आयज तो सांगताना कितें सांगता 30 वर्सां जाले ताका भुमिपुत्र कसो म्हणू शकताय तूं. हे मनशां कडेन जे गोंयान जे आतां घरां बांदून दवरलेले आसा तेंचे कडेन दोन कडेन मतां आसा. तेंच्या गांवांत जे रावतात थंयसरूय मतां मारतात हांगाय मतां मारतात. तेजे तुमी कितें केल्लेले आसा ते भुमिपुत्र घसरले. गोंयच्या सरकाराक मुख्यमंत्र्याक आमी विचारून करता जे भुमिपुत्राक तुमी जमीन जी दिल्लेली आसा खंयचे भुमिपुत्र तेंचे नांव डिक्लेअर करून दाखोवपाचे आनी आमकां हेजेर निर्णय दिवपाचो म्हूण मागता. थँक्यू.
देव बरें करूं. ते हा
So I just want to ask you, did you heard the CM speech last time, what he said
in
on about that minor girl rape?
आतांच
we
आमच्या
have heard it.
या
And he had made a very clarity, there is a clarity, and thereafter he came with a clarification saying I was read out of context. He tried to blame the media.
No, what he said.
Yeah.
You mentioned he blamed that girl should
The
not
parents.
parents of the girl. He not mentioned anything about the girl. He not.
Parents has to take care of the children.
So children he said, not
Yeah,
girl. But in your press conference you were blaming the CM regarding he said like that, blah 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 blah. So
No, he said this issue came up with this rape itself. He said in context of rape, and he tried to give a sermon to the people of Goa that गोंयच्या लोकांक पेरंटांनी भुरग्यांक आपल्या अशें मॉनिटर करपाक जाय रातचे धाडपाचें नासता. So he generalized a very heinous crime. So he tried to shake off his responsibility. He is a home minister. He should have taken a responsibility. Yes, and he should have directed the department. On the contrary, there are phone calls which have been received by a VIP to the police station to take care of the perpetrators of the crime. So what this conduct speaks of? If CM was clean, what was the need for the CM to give a clarification that he was taken out of context? By whom he was taken out of context? It was his statement. It is not necessary that he has to say, refer it to the parent of that particular girl. It was not a case, but he generalized. He was trying to give a sermon to whole of Goa that बाबानो तुम्ही तुमची भुरगीं सांबाळा, तांकां अशें तुम्ही पब्लिकेन धाडू नाका, रातचे धाडू नाका. आनी कर्फ्यू आसा, कर्फ्यू जर आसा, कर्फ्यूचे इम्प्लिमेंटेशन कोणे करपाक जाय? पेरंटांनी करपाक जाय, बिचार वचोन रस्त्यार येवन. It is the duty of the police. There are authorities there. You and me, we cannot interfere. So if there is assembly of some 4 of 5-6 girls or people at a beach at odd hours, mid hours of this, what were the police doing? They were not patrolling. They are not supposed to do that patrolling. So here there is a failure. That failure he has to admit. But instead of admitting his failure, on the contrary, he is giving a sermon to the parent of entire Goa. He's not, I don't know whether he's referred to Maharashtra or anything, but as he spoke in Goa, he was referring the parents should take care. That is what he means. And when I was referring the same statement of the CM, don't try to preach parents. Parents know their responsibility. Parents do take care. But it is if there is a girl or boy who goes in a public at odd hours, there are supposed to be police who has to object them. Why are you here? If I go in a garden at somewhere at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, there are authorities there. I cannot just venture in a garden if it just is a public place. I cannot venture in a beach at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock unless there is some function, there is sunburn going on, and which is a permissible function. This is the statement of CM is objectionable, is highly objectionable. That is what I mean. And I am making a straight allegation. He owes an explanation. And more so, he is the Home Minister. He is the Chief Minister on top, it is Home Minister. It is, entire police comes under his ambit. So either the police are not listening to the Home Minister or taking him very casually. So he should come clean on that. There is nothing extra I made a statement. I am just dissected his statement in that context.
कितें आसता वो हे भाशेन जावप म्हणजे वेरी हे प्रॉब्लेम आमच्या गोंयांत कितें आहा जाणा सी आतां इवन ह्यो केसीस सो जो कल्प्रीट कोण आसले ताका पुलिसांनी धरले ओके पूण तेका धरले म्हणून एक खबर न्हू पूण म्हाका जाय इतलेंच बाबा आमची भुरग्यां आमची चेडवां वो आमचे हे सेफ उरलेले आमच्या गोंयांत दॅट मिन्स एक दाखोवन दिता अशें देर इज नो सेफ्टी एट ऑल इन गोवा आतां कितें आहा हाल्यां तर चीफ मिनिस्टर हे भाशेन तर मायंड पायक देखून एक म्हणलें शिटकावणी दिली जाल्यार वॉट इट मीन टू हे कितें हांव कितें म्हणलां हांव कित्या लागून म्हणटा कित्याक आमकां जी आमी हांवें पळयलां एक 10-20 वर्सां पयलें आय लोक बिंदास भोंवताले लोक हे सारके रातचे देखून रस्त्यार आसताले कसली भिरांत नासली आतां पळोवपा वचत जाल्यार माय म्हणटा भुरग्यांक ओ पाय म्हणटा भुरग्यांक बाबा तूं भायर वचनाका प्लीज आतां देर इज नो सेफ्टी फॉर इवन स्मॉल चिल्ड्रन मायनर चिल्ड्रनाक हांव हे म्हणना कितें हांव सी हे तिनूय केश्यो हांवें आयज हे केल्या त्यो लायक वन केस म्हणटा ती केप्यां वन केस म्हणटा ती पोंडा वन केस म्हणटा ती बेनवली ह्यो तिनूय केस्यो येस पुलिसांनी आयडेंटिफाय हेका कल्प्रिटांक धरले येस पूण म्हाका म्हणटा ते इम्पॉर्टंट म्हणटा ते एक जाय की हे भाशेन कोणूय कावच करपाचो लायक हे भाशेन एक्शन करपाची हे बंद जावपा जाय कितकोन जावपा जाय कशें कंट्रोल करपा जाय इट इज अप टू द गव्हर्मेंट एंड अप टू द पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट एंड इन दीस ह्या हेजेर आमी सगळ्या लोकांनी आमी मदत करपाक जाय आमी मदत करता कित्याक आमच्या भुरग्यांक हे भाशेन त्रासान पडलेले नाका जेन्ना एक चेडवाच्या भुरग्याचेर एक दाग उडोवप म्हणजे हे ते आवय बापूय जाणा हे दाग म्हणजे कितें तो ओ भाव भयण जाणा सो हे भाशेन जावपा जायना आमी कंट्री आमची स्टेट आमी दुसऱ्या स्टेटान आमी हें करप ना आमी म्हणटाले बिहार चोय दुसऱ्या देशांनी पळय रेप अश्यो अश्यो जाता पण आयज गोंया अशे भाशेन जाला काय सो ह्यो प्रश्न आयज आमकां गोंयकारांक आमकां आवय बापायक आयज हो प्रश्न पडला there is no safety at all. Thank you.
हिंदीन इंग्लिशीन फक्त 2 मिनटां भितर समजले